Future news here, brothers and sisters. Again, there's the challenge. Why doesn't someone step up? I'm reachable. Why doesn't someone step up and take it? Why? $5,000. You don't need $5,000? Why don't you step up and collect it? That should be easy. That's what you're claiming. That Farrakhan is representing Elijah Muhammad, right? Accurately, right? Truthfully, consistently. That's what you're claiming. So all you got to do is show it. $5,000 should be easy. It should be easy. $5,000. I guess you don't need it. They got their claim up there. Oh, $10,000. But they notice they changed it. They say, "Oh, Elijah." Oh, yeah, but you say Farrakhan said it. I'll take that challenge any day now. You understand? I'll take that challenge any day now. Because I'll be filthy rich. Farrakhan's every damn thing he says is a lie. He just pull crap out of his behind and throw it in your face, right? And you just grab it and eat it, and you think it's sunny. And that's what comes to in a minute. Okay, I'm going to talk about Amber Alert or something. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. First, I want to mention a few things, brothers and sisters. You know, Farrakhan, he's talking about this day of holy day of atonement. First of all, it's nothing holy about it. See, because Elijah Muhammad, and I was with Elijah Muhammad 5 years. I wasn't with him the whole time, just 5 years. From 70 to 75 till he departed. Right? I appeared at his temple in 1970. Right? Suddenly. And it was sudden, believe me. Nobody recruited me in. I had never read a Muhammad Speak newspaper. I had been to the temple because we lived right around the corner from it. My father took me there before he passed away in 1962, I believe it was, somewhere around there. I must have been about 13 years old, maybe 62 or 61, somewhere around there. He took me there because we lived right around the corner from it. I thought it was a church. I didn't know what it was. He took me in there. And I recall the brother saying the War of Armageddon is going to take place in 1970s. And Elijah Muhammad taught that. The War of Armageddon would take place in 1970s. What about that, Ishmael? And I remember that. And it didn't mean anything to me at the time, but I remembered it. And the brother saying it. Young brother. Right? You know, he was early 20s, something like that, right? And I knew some of those brothers, right? When I came in, 1970, some of the brothers I grew up with right in that neighborhood, they was in there at the time, right? They got in there, right? Anyway. And then my father started converting me. I didn't know. I know things started changing. We used to eat pork like it was crazy. I mean, my father was eating everything. There was nothing on that pork that he didn't eat. And all of a sudden things started changing. I didn't know. Like I said, I was like 12 maybe, possibly 13. I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, he never took me back there again. I found out once when I came and registered in 1970. I left Vietnam looking for Elijah. I found 1970. I got my ex. August 21st, 1970. Exactly 7 years from the day my father departed. August 21st, 1963. And I got my ex August 21st, 1970. Exactly 7 years later. And Ma told me, "Hey, you doing what your father was doing." She knew, I didn't know. So I didn't know he was registered. I don't know how far he got, whether he got an X or not, but he was registered. Then, he had to have surgery, and he didn't survive the surgery. But anyway, I don't recall him ever telling, no, he said we was a righteous people. He never condemned us. He never called us sinful, none of those things. This is Farrakhan's BS. See, and an angel, once an angel said we're held harmless because it talks about the bless those keep their garments. You have to understand, and you're key about that. It means we're still under the rule of the devils. We still lost in America. As long as we're here, right, under their authority, right, then they're responsible for what we do because they're the ones impose that upon us. That's why we're taken out of here, and they have to be judged, and that's why there's a person best to cover to clean you up. I'm not calling you sinful, right? See, yeah, you birthed in sin because that's what they taught us. You were submitted. If angels told submit to Adam, you think they would be righteous people if they were submit to Adam? Adam was wicked, make committed shed blood. So if they submitted to Adam, God said, submit you to Adam. This evil person that's going to make committed shed blood, submit to him. So if you submit to him, that means you're going to be under his authority. That means you're going to be doing things that he tells you to do. You're obeying him. That means you're going to be sinful. And so now God must go point his finger and say, you're sinful because you did what he told you to do? That makes sense? See, Iblis was held. He said, I'm not going to do any sin. But he said, I'm not going to obey you because I'm not going to go and do no sin. So he was the one held accountable. So don't give me that crap. So, you see, I tell you, while you had me going yesterday, I had to calm myself down. I was throwing some words I don't use. But you want to get on my bad side, real man. Start talking about atonement. Atone for what? Tell me what we're atoning for. See, because from their point of view, since the sealed Bible, from their point of view, yeah, we're sinful. That's what sealed Bible teaches. Farrakhan teaches from the sealed Bible because he's a devil. Get around that biological fact. You say Master from Muhammad is original because his father's original. You don't care if he's white or not, but you don't apply the same standard to Farrakhan. They show you goddamn hypocrites and liars and you demons. Because you apply the same thing to him, then you have to admit he's a devil. Because Saul's a devil. That's a biological fact. I don't care what cut about some mystery God made us in the womb. If that's the case, why you need a mother and father for? See, that's why he teaches that crap to cover up his ass. He said to Kevin, oh, no, don't worry about that because God made us in the womb, it don't matter. Okay, well, that's the case, right? That's why the devil's okay too, right? Because God made him in the womb, so I mean, So God said, none of them are righteous, not one. But you say, no, Farrakhan got something different. See, and let me tell you something else, brothers and sisters. The judgment, that's real. See? And our people are going to pass through the judgment. You understand? Because if you understand it, they're going to be the judges. It says, have you been told that you will try, that you would try angels? You would judge angels? What do you think we're doing the judging? Our people are going to be doing the judging. So if they're so sinful, how are they going to be doing the judgment? See, you don't understand that. Our people are the gods. They're going to be the ones doing the judgment. They're the judges. The message that comes is just a chief judge. They're the judge. Haven't you been told that you will judge angels? Our people are the gods. They're going to be doing the judging. Those that get through tribulation, they're the judges. You got to get this straight. So you see this mystery God stuff and everything. I'm going to get to that in a while. So I'm going to get off script here. Right? Let me say it before I say that. I don't want to forget this, brothers and sisters. See, when we went to Holocaust, there was no mystery God that saved us. There was no God present to save us. We wasn't saved. We weren't told to be saved. We were supposed to save ourselves by submitting. And the only savior we had during the Holocaust was the women. They were our saviors. They saved our seed. It tells you that right in the scripture there. It says, Pharaoh wanted to destroy us, the seed, kill all the sons, kill them. And they said no. They refused to do it. Our fate was in their hands. Come on here, brother, sister. See why is that not? Hold on, brother. So I got a camera problem again. Hold on. Yep. It's like having a new leg and you don't know it ain't working like the old one was. You know what's going on now? It's not working. Okay. Our fate was in their hands. It says it right there. Pharaoh was going to wipe out the seed. Let's get rid of the name of Israel, cut it off and be a nation. His object was we was in Pharaoh's hands. Pharaoh said, kill the seed, abort him, kill the seed. And the women said, no, they disobeyed him. Our fate was in the sisters' hands. We're only here today because of them. Besides the fact that we came from their wombs. You better get that straight, brothers and sisters. And brothers, you better get that straight. It was no mystery God that did it. If our nation was saved because of the sisters. It tells you right there. They was going to destroy us, and the sisters said no. They put their lives on the line. Not just their lives, but because they were torturing, killing, do all kinds. They was always doing all kinds of stuff to them to begin with. But that was Pharaoh's command. And they said no, they wouldn't. They didn't refuse to do it. That's why we're here today, brothers and sisters. We're the demons. Let me get back to my. I remember. I need to make notes, brothers and sisters. I have so many things I'm going to be talking about that, Let's see. Okay, I have to come back to it, bosses. Let me come back to me. Well, I want to talk. Well, let's talk about something else. I'm gonna get back to it, brothers and sisters. You know, needs and wants. Okay. Now, during the time of need, that's energy deprivation. You have to have energy, right, to satisfy your needs. We didn't have no energy to satisfy the needs. So focus on the need. And the thing is that during that point in time, right, only need we could satisfy is existence. That's the only need that we could satisfy, and that was under mass control. That was under master's control. You understand? That was the next because they controlled if we reproduce or not. Like when we watch these slavery movies, that then we had no fireplace and all that kind of stuff. Back in rocking chair, rocking chair was like a. But like I said, so the only thing, it was just to survive. Everything was taken away from us, and so only we had enough energy, and had to focus on our need. The only thing we had, and only right because if you don't survive, you only have a need. That was it. Survival was the only thing that was on the table, and the sisters was in their hands, because devil's intent was to wipe us out, and the sisters was in the hands of the sisters, and that was to need. And we didn't have enough energy to fulfill our needs, but like I said, most basic needs is the need to survive. We reduced to that. Even that was out of our control. That's how bad it got, brothers and sisters. Well, I said, can these bones, dead bones, these dry bones live with dry bones? It means you just a skeleton, he was dead. Literally. You understand? So, as you get more energy, right, you can satisfy your needs. Once your needs are satisfied, right, see, then you can pursue your wants. It's your nature. See, birds, they want to fly. See, fish want to swim. But you got to be alive to do that. You understand, brothers and sisters? So, we've been doing Holocaust. Only need we can satisfy is just, and like I said, that was out of our control, the need to survive. And so right now, and like I said, that was out of our control. And so now, right, we have enough energy to satisfy our basic need, all our needs, because part of our need is the body to come back together. We come back as a nation, a family, a tribe. That's part. We don't have enough need for that right now. We have enough energy for that. That's the basic need. See? And actually, we do have enough energy for that. The only problem is they control the quality of the energy, so we don't use it for that purpose. We don't use it because it said we have great substance now, but we don't use it. They have control of it. Like I said, like a child, right? He may inherit $1 million, but he got a guardian. The guardian tells him what he does with that money. So, he has somebody else controlling how it's used. And that's what's happening to us right now. That's why when we stay is always going to happen. That's why they keep us here, because we keep them wealthy. It's like, a guardian, he got 5 kids, and he all of them inherit $1 million. Well, he got $5 million he can control. He can do whatever he want to do with it, because he's a guardian. But he don't want those children to grow up. When they grow up, that money's gone. Now he don't have anything anymore. He don't have control of anything. And that's what I'm saying, because a lot of us, because see, that was a losing power. See, but we can have power. But he wants to have power, but he wants to be able to control it. That's what you understand. We have energy. He wants to be able to control the energy, and he is controlling it. That's why it says we leave out here, leave a great substance. But the Bible says you have great substance now. But where is it? Do you see it? They control it. I don't want to go in much detail about this, but I'm saying. So that's the trick they've used. The trick they use is to take and have you focus on your wants at the expense of your needs. And that's why you're all messed up right now. Because we saw wants and neglect needs. See, like Muhammad came and told you, work on your needs. See, he focused on your needs. Eat 1 meal a day. Stop going out here smoking cigarettes and fornicating and stuff, right? Work as people, work together. He was focused on your needs. But for Africa, focus on your wants. Because he ain't telling none of that stuff. Except he wants to control it. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Oh, here we go. Okay. No, thank brothers and sisters. I have to get back to my original subject. I guess come back to me a minute. Brothers and sisters. I did have a couple of notes here. We did talk about our fate. Well, that's what I was talking about. What I was talking about, sisters. Our fate was in the hands of sisters. Our fate was in the hands, period. So let's move on, brothers and sisters. Okay, this whole reality here is based on fundamentally two things. The ideology of it and the physical side of it. Everything else depends on that. So what's the oil that fuels it? Without oil, this whole reality falls apart. Without oil, this whole thing falls apart. And the ideology of it, I said, people have a vision perish. It's like the vision, the idea, right? That this whole thing rests on. That's that false Israel is the true seed of Abraham. Those two things. Because if you destroy either of those two things, the whole thing falls apart. If you destroy either of those two things, the whole thing falls apart. Because if you cut off the oil, the whole economy collapses, the whole thing falls apart. You understand? And if you say false Israel, not, that means he who blesses Israel will be blessed, who curses will be cursed. So if false Israel is not the real deal, then you have to say, well, who is the real deal? And there's only one contender to the real deal. That's us. So, but we're supposed to be we're supposed to be slaves forever. So if false Israel fails, and it turns out they're not the real deal, that means this whole is based on that false reality, because that means we have to be. And if we are, everything turned upside down, inside out. So this reality cannot stand. And Master Muhammad is going to hit him on both points. You understand? That's why I wanted to bring this home to you. That's what he's going to hit him on. Like Muhammad said, he's going to hit him at the foundation, right? Because those two things was going to take simultaneously. You're going to destroy false Israel at the same time, off the flow of oil. Those two things right there will destroy this whole reality. See? And so it's like, you have a nightmare. When nightmare goes, then you wake up. Right? Because sometimes you lost in a nightmare, you don't realize it's a nightmare. You don't realize, you think you lost, you're in it. And all of a sudden, boom, you wake up and, oh, that was a nightmare. And you wake up. You have a different perspective. And that's what's about to happen, brothers and sisters, because right now they got you asleep, sound asleep in a nightmare, that false Israel is, because if that's true, that means you're nothing. You are born to be slaves. You ain't gonna never be anything. And most of you mind to that. That's why you love these devils so much, because you think you like a puppy dog. Hey man, I'm glad you like me, master. Because I ain't nothing, master, but I'm glad you being nice to me. Because because that means they're really good. Because they don't have to be nice to you, but since they're being nice to you, that means they're really good people. See, because you worthless. See, you're worthless. See, and that gets back to I was telling a person, like I say, he would teach. He said he would teach Jesus or whatever, right? The interpretation of sayings. See, you don't understand it. See, because when you're talking about good morning, see, you understand where that comes from? Good morning. That wasn't a saying before they put boys over here, drags over here. That was a saying they came up with to check you, to see if you got attitude or you was going to be rebellious or anything. Because here you are, you out there, your hands bleeding from picking cotton, right? You peed all over yourself everything because he won't let you go. Because you got to get permission to go to the bathroom. And you got the bathroom out in the wilderness somewhere. You got to ask permission. Hey, boy, got a bathroom, boy. Hey, you finish picking that cotton first. Stuff they did. You have to imagine. You can't imagine it. And he said, hey, boy, good morning. Yeah, good morning. It's good. It wasn't no good morning for you, but you better say it and you better be enthusiastic. But yeah, good boy. It's good morning, boys. It's good. Yeah, good morning. It's good morning. That was to test you. Because if you didn't come back positive like that, then you really don't get your ass tore up. That's why I don't ever say that to them. I see you walking outside. Good morning. I know where it came from. It's a test to see, and some of them still use it. The test to see where you at. See if you woke up. You know who they are. So you better check these things out. Anyway, back. So this reality is based on two things. And mathematics is going to attack them both. And so therefore, you right now, you're asleep. You're in a nightmare that you think is real. Your nightmare is a sealed Bible, and you think it's real. See, but like nightmares, nightmares. You wake up and they're gone. That's happened. This nightmare that we've been through. It's been a 5-year nightmare. Now it's over. See, but you still locked in it. So we got to nudge you to get you out of it. See, that's what about happening. Matter of fact, I'm going to destroy both of those. That means the economy's going to collapse, and this whole ideology is going to collapse. Christianity, all is going to collapse with it. See, it's all going to collapse with it. See, and you're going to wake up because, like I said, you're in the nightmare. And that's the beauty of a situation because, see, the thing is that all this thing going to happen quickly. So nobody's going to have time, 40, 50 years to teach you. So the point is that that's why the book was sealed like that, was sealed inside. It was sealed. So therefore, when you upload their book, you upload yours too. See, we're the wisest people ever. So we put it inside there. So so the seal inside the seal. So when this reality collapses, that means the sealed Bible, you already got them. You wake up because you got it in you. It's already uploaded. It's just inactive. It's not activated because right now you know about Pharaoh. You know about the messing of the covenant. You know about 400 years in bondage, and you know about the promise. You know about all that stuff. You know about all of it. The point is, you just don't know what happens to you. You don't know that you do. That's what the whole thing about Miss False was up there for. And once they're gone, all of a sudden, you're going to realize, you got them, it's already there. It's going to be activated. So you get it overnight. Just activate it. Now, how you respond to it, that's another story together. Okay, talk about something else, bro. We'll get to that in a minute. So, I want to talk about the enemies, brothers and sisters. The enemies. Now, I get these folks, man. I mean, I don't even want to talk about them. I'm going to mention something else they mentioned me. Oh, boy, I tell you. It's a horrible day for some people. Okay, so hold on, let me get myself out the way here. Again. Okay, just, they talk about the angel, it talks about there's one like a lion, one like a calf, one face of man, eagle. And then it has 7 spirits. Well, that's the angel key. It's the same thing that Ezekiel saw. He didn't see the mother plane. Right? So this is the angel key. So they put in each one has 6 wings. You understand that? So you put together and get the angel key. I want you to understand. Right? This is going to lead into what I'm going to talk about in a minute. So the lion was like red. The calf was like brown and gold. Right. The top part of each nation is gold. I just show it right here. Right. Then you had the Oriental nation. Right. Then you had the Caucasian nation. It was like an eagle. Right? And calf was like the Asian nation, right? Then 7 spirits. Here you go again. So one was like a lion, one calf, eagle, face of a man. They had 7 spirits. Okay. So we had that again, right? So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. Let's see here. So I'm showing here, see the one in the middle there? Okay. It's talking about the 4 winds. So, let me move a little bit so you can see a little better. Hold on, brothers. I'm telling you, brothers, it's like, Mm-hmm. Oh, wrong one. Oh, yeah. Okay, here you go. I can adjust this a little bit, brothers and sisters. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, there you go. Oh, man. Mm-mm. Okay. Oh, okay, that's a little better. Okay, if you see it, brothers and sisters. Now I'm sure this is about to happen. Four winds about to blow. These are the four winds. Elijah's one of the winds. He's the fourth wind, right? Yeah, God, they're gonna be thrown out of no lease, right? What I'm gonna show you here is show you on the right side. This is this is the same thing, just a different phase in time, right? And see Elijah. Now Elijah, see, I'm showing you. See here, see NOI and right here. See that they're gonna be attacked. With those, that's the real NOI. Because Elijah was told to teach to the chaff as well as the wheat. So he had demons in it, right? You understand? And we see here. That's not. I don't want to go there. Anyway, that's the NOI there. You understand? He's told to teach to both. I just say I use the black NOI specifically because that's the original people. But demons were in there too. He says don't separate the chaff from the wheat because you might hurt the wheat. So he taught both of them. You understand? Angel, can you understand that? I'm sure the same thing out here. The reason I'm showing that because I want to get you to understand what's going on here, right? So follow that now. See, that's see, those ones going to be attacked. All blacks will be attacked specifically. See, so when you look at it, all blacks will be attacked, but specifically they're going to go after the Nation of Islam because remember both of those are part of the Nation of Islam, right? And part of the organization because the organization, remember, Legion had he said there were demons in there. So when you look at the structure, Nation of Islam under Elijah and under Farrakhan, that would be the structure. It'd be saints in there as well as demons. Now when Suleiman come along, no, there won't be no more demons. But up until then, they're both in there, and that's why you see it right there. So what that's telling you specifically, right? They won't attack all black people, but specifically go after the Nation of Islam. Because the State of Islam is more aware than everybody else. I'm just cutting to the chase on this, bro. Just because this is we there. Specifically, that's what they're going after. You see, because right now they're attacking it with Farrakhan. That's what they sent Farrakhan after. Legion, we're many. So he had control of the man that was beating himself, and he had control of the demons too. He says, well, Legion, we're many. So he got many demons in there with him, but also had the saints under control. He was beating themselves because he's teaching them backwards, teaching a sealed Bible. If you teach a sealed Bible, you're going to teach black folks against themselves. Sinful. Okay, that's sealed Bible talk. Understand that, brothers and sisters? We're talking about the enemies. See? So the specific attack is going to be against, right? All blacks specifically. In other words, another way to look at it is, yeah, they're going to put out a national security alert, right? But they're going to send law enforcement, military, whatever, directly at the Nation of Islam to get them. Because during that time, right, they're going to be more than that security threat because Suleiman is there. See? And they about to be resurrected. So we specifically go against them. Okay, understand that? Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Now, the ride on the white horse, that's Obama. I don't care if you take it or leave it. It don't matter to me. I'm just telling you. You're gonna see. You didn't think the war in heaven was gonna be. I mean, you've been laughing at me for 30 years. So who's laughing? I mean, you've been laughing, but the point is that I keep hitting home runs. You can't even get on first. You can't even get up to bat, especially Farrakhan. So he's one of your main enemies. He's Esau. See, with Jacob, that line that Daniel, he don't know what he's talking about. Or Jacob is Yaqub. Okay, then God said he loved Jacob, so he loved Yaqub and hate us. I love Jacob, but I love Jacob and hate Esau. Okay, I see a problem with my camera. Oh, brother, so I tell you. They fix it right now. Another camera. Few more days, brothers and sisters, all this gonna be over. Okay. Few more days, brothers and sisters. Tick tock, tick tock. It's hard for me to get my presentations out, brothers and sisters, because they do everything they can to harass me. That's okay. Because that means it's hurting them. See? He's Esau. He's also Lucifer, but see, because Lucifer was a powerful angel. He was a righteous angel until Nick was found in him. See, and Lucifer is not Satan. He can be called a devil, but he's not the devil like the devils are the devils. Right? Because they refer to him as a devil, angel sometimes too, but that's another story. I'm not going there. See? So what about him? Okay, we see in Exodus, I mean in Genesis, where a serpent, right, tells the woman, see, you didn't understand this before I told you. You didn't know the tree represented us. You didn't know it. I didn't tell you that. The tree in the garden, that was us. You didn't know that. See? You didn't know who the serpent was. You had no idea. You still thinking that Eve came out of outside of Adam. See? But you did, but not like you think it. So the thing is, the serpent was telling, so once you understand us, then who is the serpent that's saying, yeah, who is Eve, that the tree was in their garden, this tree was in their garden, was transported into their garden. So the tree taken someplace else and put there. Right? And they was told, you just can't, you can't hurt that tree. And they, so far, they was, and then you can serve, but you can't hurt it. They can be servants. I'll leave it like that, but you can't. And the thing is that then the serpent said, no, man, you could go ahead and kill him. You could eat him, take him out of existence. So he was encouraging them to do that. So who is that serpent? And we understand Angel Key says that. This Angel Key so much made it clear. And it's right in front of your face all the time right there. That the NOI is going to be specific. They're going to specifically go after the NOI. Understand? It's right in your face all the time. You see? So, once you understand the serpent, it's the serpent represents the African nations. And we know, and understand the white horses, that's Obama's riding in. He'd be a president, he's also called a Gog, because Gog represents America, but if you're a leader of Gog, you could become Gog. So he was a president, so he could be called a Gog too. And the answer does refer to him as a Gog. When they use, most time they talk about Gog by itself, don't mention Magog, they talk about him. See, because he was a president. You understand? And he's going to lead the non-Islamic Africa, and this war coming up, war of apocalypse. I know Armageddon. See, and when you look at that, you say, okay, when Moses, see, the God turned against the people. He was going to get rid of them. He says when they would attack, he wasn't going to help them. And then Moses, he was pleading for them. And then Moses saw what was going on. They was worshiping the golden calf, and you don't know who the golden calf is. That's Sunniism. You got this stuff all backwards. Listen, keep listening to Farrakhan. Keep eating that crap pullings out his ass. You know, see? That made me think of something. Anyway, make a note of that, brothers and sisters. So Moses had 2 tablets. And when you understand Angel Key, so I can go back and show that, brothers and sisters. See, the 2 tablets are these 2 bottom winds here. And so he threw them into the earth. Right? He threw them down here. Because remember, these represent the earth. These represent the earth. They're here, they're part, but not in this position, but it's still, the European countries represent the earth. That's why it says 1/4 earth all the time. Russia, EU, America, and Britain. Right? And so he's doing it, these 2, that's what they were hit right here and here. So he was going to kill them. Remember, he threw it at the Nation of Islam because he said they were no longer representing him. It says right there, they were no longer worshiping the God, Master Muhammad, and it's right there. But how can you miss this? It's right next to it. It says they was no longer. Moses said they was no longer following my guidance, and they was no longer worshiping the God he gave them. They was worshiping a strange God and following somebody else's covenant. So I can relate to that. So that means they ain't really with Farrakhan because it says Moses came, says those with the Lord. So it wasn't with him, but they didn't have no places to go. And they seek this message of covenant so they can move out. So I got that. I got you. You understand? But because damn man, otherwise how can you miss that? So they weren't. So they weren't following. So he hit them with it. He was going to get them, and that represents African. That means they was going to be attacked by Africans. The first 2 wins, and then the second 2 wins. That's all 4 wins, and that's what woke him up. That's what woke him up. See, and then So if you look at that from that point of view, right? See, because remember they put that away, but we know it's the serpent that's running this thing. Those are his angels, so to speak. So they show you Elijah's motivation, but they also show you with the serpent, what he's doing. So that's kind of complicated. So, well, y'all say, sure, Elijah. Well, remember, they're all Levites. So you got to be able to put this thing together. So it's telling 2 things right there. It's telling you that Moses turned against them, right? See? And then you see that the one that's leading them, that they've been attacked. He wants that to happen. So how do you put that together, right? See? I don't want to get into that much detail, but you know, I'm gonna move on, brothers and sisters, because I'm gonna get lost in detail here. You know, but bottom line, let's look at the bottom line here, because you get lost in the weeds. Bottom line is you're gonna be attacked by, and they're not only gonna attack you, but they're gonna attack the devils too. Because remember, they right in the same place too. They attack you and them. See. So And they do that, right? Because I said there's a small space there when Gog and Magog is thrown in that position, but they don't attack you right away because they were looking up there and see what's happening to false Israel. Because as long as false Israel can stay there in that spot, they can still keep you under the gun, under control, because they still have the emblem up there. The flag still waving, so to speak. The flag still waves. That means everything's good. That means false Israel, the flag's waving, and as long as it's waving over there, then they must be a true seed of Abraham. That means you couldn't possibly be. That means you don't even have that vision. You don't even think about it. But if that flag falters, you say, oh. And that's what's happening. So it tells you that Obama, as well as Gog and Magog, remember he's a Gog too, is watching to see what happened to false Israel. Because they don't, remember, they had the same motivation the devils do. Because if you choose Abraham, right? Remember, they're the only contention that they have, right? Because they know false Israel ain't it. They know the contention they have for the inheritance is you. That was a controversy between Esau and Jacob. Because God favored Jacob. He was a younger son. They were twins. They looked just alike. Africans, us, we're twins. There's Shabazz and Levites, right? However, though they was the firstborn, they were supposed to get inheritance. No, God favored Jacob, and so Esau was angry about that. He says, "No, it belongs to me." He attacked Jacob. He attacked his brother, us. And so therefore, as long as we don't realize we choose Abraham, then we're not a contender. We don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about us because we, right? They still can take the inheritance, especially if we get destroyed and everything else. And that's the whole idea too, to have us destroyed while we're still ignorant. So you have two right that's watching what happens to what's happened to false Israel. It's not real. Both is watching that. See? And so when it falters, that means they're going to send a security alert, but at the same time, right, they're going to start attacking us as well because they want to get rid of us and they want to get rid of devils too because they said everything belongs to them. You understand? That's two right there. Right? Well, this one, you got the battle between Esau and Jacob. That's one enemy right there. That's a favorite. That's the very last enemy, actually. And he's the strongest of all. You don't know it, but you're going to know in a minute. So that's what the way. That's first enemy. Then what's the second one? And he's called a God too. He was the president. And the jinn. What about them? Okay, that's Ishmael. They are a brother to a half brother from out of Asia. His mother was Indian, out of India. Abraham she was a maid. He took her for a wife, not for a wife, but anyway, he reproduced because Sarah wasn't able to. At least it didn't seem like it. And that's Ishmael. Now they don't got light now. They was dark when I was around. But they said it tells you that the dragon, and you understand what the dragon is. That's them. It said they will make war with the saints. So they're going to make war not with the NOI, the Elijah's NOI, had the demons in it. They're going to make Suleiman's NOI where they don't have the demons in, just NOI. It's the saints. But they're going to make war. Because they're those that keep the seed, that keep the law and everything, right? So they're your enemy too. And they don't want false Israel to go down either. Because false Israel go down, because right now, because they don't want you to know you seed Abraham. Because they say they are the seed of Abraham. And they should get the inheritance. They got the land. They took our land. They sit on our land. They come up here and buy their Lamborghinis and everything else, man, with money that's our land. That's our product. That's our wealth. Right? And they want to keep it. We're going to have to go to war with them. See? Because that's what Suleiman, he started. As soon as tribulation starts, That's when Muhammad takes him out of here. He didn't take him out here to go to vacation. No, to begin the war over there to take back the land. That's the jinn. See? The ones that Farrakhan tell you need to boil out and kiss their ass and everything else. You tell them, no. Quran, all this stuff, right? Quran's good. 1,500 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's two enemies right there. African brothers. They are enemies. They want you dead. They don't want you. And both of them are watching. They don't want false Israel to go down. That's why all the Arabs, they helping false Israel. Why are they helping them? Because they're the dragon. More brothers and sisters. And then you got Satan. Well, they pretend they're true to Abraham. Because if they go down, right? That's it. So they pretend it, so they getting all this blessing and everything because they're saying because remember, who curses will be cursed who bless. So they getting all the blessings that we should be getting, right? Because they stole our identity. And by doing so, they have to make sure identity stays corrupt, that nobody suspect that we could be the true Abraham. So they control our image. They control our image. They make like him pose. Everything. Nobody would ever believe it's cheated Abraham. Because look at them niggas. They're stupid. They are. They're stupid people. See? So all of them. I mean, they are false Israel. So they don't want to go down. You understand? So they keep it. They. Always, let's put it another way. They don't want to reveal that they're false Abraham because. See? Because that means they'd have to leave and run back to where they came from, and then they wouldn't have any power anymore. Because they were just somebody, they're just devils. You know what I'm saying? But right now, they get all this power because they saying there, so everybody's blessing them. See, huge blessing. So they get those blessings because they claim who they are. But that is destroyed, the fact they are, they lose their power. Nobody cares about them. Anti-Semitism is off the page, and they would have no power, no wealth, or anything because they're just somebody who's been stealing somebody's identity. So they want to keep the idea going. They choose Abraham. So you got that was one. Levites want to do it on Obama, right? You got the Arabs, the jinn. You got to say all of them has a vested interest in false Israel staying right there. And the flag's still waving. Three enemies right there. They got the devils themselves. This whole reality they built is based on that. So in other words, because remember, he who curses will be cursed. They've been cursing us. Because the point is that they said, see, we blessing them. So long as they stay, they can say, yeah, we blessing them, we good people. But if they're gone, they can't bless them anymore because they're gone. And plus, the curse on us is still there. And then they curse because we curse us, and God is judging them. So they got to go all in and make sure falsehood never goes down. And plus, if we come together, right while we're here, then they got insurrection, they got a war going on. See? Because now also we know who we are and we know what they've been doing to us. They become right. Remember that's you got the knowledge right here that you just don't know belongs to you. Once you understand that's you, all that knowledge you have applies to you. Right? How are you gonna react to him? So that's 4 enemies right there. Then you got the demons. See, the devil's an open enemy. The other ones ain't behind the scenes too, but these are hidden enemy because they're amongst you. Chief demon, Farrakhan, all of them, they all the prayer that the preachers count on. See? Because they devils in black skin. They're your enemy, and they doing it, and they destroying your children and everything else. Yeah? See what I'm saying? They got a vested interest in falsehood stand up there too because they don't want you to realize you. Because if you choose Abraham, then you got a problem with who are they? Because we're not going to accept them. Because right now, we all just all niggas. All of a sudden, no, we separate. We separate from them. They don't want, they want to separate from us. Right? In other words, they don't want to live amongst us. They still want to control our wealth and everything. And then you got the goat. Now, who's the goat? See, the goat is the 10 horns. It says, these 10 horns made war with the lamb. The lamb overcame them. So if he can make war with the lamb, who's he going to make war with the lamb with? Who's going to put the lambs in? No, I can put the lamb then? So I'm saying, that's your last enemy. That's China, India. It says they will make war against us. So everybody's making war against us. You have no friends, brothers and sisters. The only friend you got is Master Muhammad. The messenger come who's sacrificing his whole life. He got this whole nation on his shoulders to get you home safe if you want to be home safe. He's not going to compel anybody to do anything. Okay. Let me close out here, brothers and sisters. So what's going on right now in the Middle East, right? Even the devil said, game's over. Whatever false this produce says it's going to be an end of destruction. The devil's saying. See? So what Scripture say about it? It says, at time of the end shall the king of... See, they telling you the king of the south is false Israel. They said the king of the north is Germany. No, no. King of the South represents Gog, Magog, and the Antichrist. And the king of the North is Iran and Shia. That's the one heaven's about to break that is already going on. So at the time to end, the king of the South should push at him. They're pushing at Iran. They're pushing at him. Pushing at Iran for some time now, right? Push at him. And the king of the north shall come against him. He's going to retaliate like a whirlwind. That's what's about to happen, brothers and sisters. Any day now. It may happen tonight, tomorrow, this weekend. But it's going to come out like a whirlwind with chariots, with horsemen, and with many ships. They said they got more drones and rockets and missiles than anybody. And with many ships, and he shall enter into countries overflow and pass. That means he's going to come against them like a whirlwind. Plus, he's going to take out Jordan and all those countries that have been helping him. And House of Saud, the dragon, going to take all of them out. See? And it tells you right there. It gives you a list of names, right? No, well, it says, but these shall not escape out of his hand. Edom, Moab, and chief of the children of Ammon, that's Jordan. That's Jordan. And stretch forth his hand upon the land of Egypt, shall not escape, right? And so forth, so on. Egypt, Libyans, and okay. They're going to have control of the Middle East, bottom line. That's where it's going to end up. See, we know how it's going to end. You should know. They don't know how it's going to end because they ain't prophets. And Farrakhan, he been told to shut up. No, I shut him up. You know, God told him nothing. I shut him up. Because he can't deal with this. They can't deal with what I'm saying. And they sitting back, well, I hope he ain't right. See? Because I busted him on Armageddon thing. He said, 2 years? Well, Armageddon started, right? He's always 10 years too late, right? It's already started. Suddenly he knows all about it, like COVID. He speak on it to 7 months later, and they know all about it. Same thing on Armageddon. And then he says, Armageddon started, and it's going to spread over to Russia and everything. Anybody talking about Armageddon lady in Ukraine? Really? No. That's why I said, no, you're wrong. And I got it on tape. You're wrong. I said, when nobody even talking about it, war in the Middle East first. And that's the big thing right now. That's where we are right now. It's going to happen. It says, when it may be the result of, course, falsehoods, and we're going to hit you hard. And Iran said, if you do, it's going to be your ass, because we're going to come at you even harder. That sounds like scenario we're talking about. There's something of personification of people and personification ideas. Well, I shouldn't say personification ideas, but I should say, well, I don't know. It's like, you see the dark clouds before the storm, and it's a mind war, right? So what's happening is that you start seeing what's playing out in the atmosphere before it actually happened. You understand? So it was like somebody selling tickets. I'm gonna whoop your ass and everything. Then start the fight. See? And so who has the most power here? Well, because if you selling tickets, right, you selling others who's strongest, or whatever they say is gonna come true. I'll kick your butt. That's the weakling, right? Okay, he's saying it, but it ain't gonna happen. But the other guy's the pole, yeah. And I'll break your legs, and I'll bust you up, I'll crush your knees, right? That's what's gonna happen. You understand? So that's like the cloud, it's a warning. What was about to happen. See? So they get in the fight, and that's what's gonna happen. But we know this has to happen because the pressure's driving this thing, the seasons are driving it. We can't change. We can change the quality of the season. We cannot change the seasons. I'm telling you that. We can't change the universal contraction and expansion. We can change, affect the quality of the contraction and expansion. We can't control the expansion and contraction. So we can't control the season. We control the quality of the season, how to maneuver, what to do in the seasons, right? So the thing is that we know the pot is, you put heat on the pot, it's going to boil. Too late, it's going to boil. And that's what's happening. They cannot turn it off because what's driving it is it's momentous in the heavens and earth, but comes of a sudden. So that means this energy flows. I told you, it's hit. It says momentous in heaven and earth, but it comes of a sudden. It means once it's absorbed, the earth has to put in a form we can use, and then we start experiencing it. I told you that. Right, when the last one happened. So now you start experiencing it. That means it's more energized. Then. See, in winter, when it gets hotter, it's more energy, right? And it melts all the snow. You understand what I'm saying? So, in other words, it's more energized. So, the point is that's what's happening right there. That's why things get hotter and hotter and hotter. So, this is not going to calm down. They're not going to get a peace agreement, none of that stuff. And the kind of peace agreement, it'd be just because somebody's fooled somebody and they're going to hit them the next second. It's not going to happen. Like I told you, JCPOA was not going to be settled. They're not going back to it because it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? So the point is that, because remember, you got to think it before you do it. And they're expressing themselves, and they tell them, if you do this, you're going to be into you, false Israel. We're going to wipe you off the face of the map. And false Israel, we're going to, yeah. But see, man got discipline. False Israel's discipline is fading. So you look at two, say, okay. And so I'm telling you right now, what Iran says, that's what's going to happen. That's what it's telling you right here. See, so come against them like a whirlwind. So when this happens, bro, it's going to be like a whirlwind. And remember, Master Muhammad's going to be with them. Michael and his angels. As far as Michael is, he can't tell you that. And that's a simple one. Michael and his angels. He's going to be with them. They come like a whirlwind. It'll be fast and powerful. Overwhelm America and Britain. Master Muhammad going to cut the oils will be cut off. Forces are going to go down to ideology. It's going to be shock like you've never seen throughout all the world, but specifically in the European countries, because whole reality is based on those two things, and both of them are cut off. The idea behind it, that's true. Because no, God told people are white. That's another thing. For Israel, and the ones that's cursed is black. But it turns out that the ones that's blessed is black. The ones cursed is, It's too much for their mind to handle. Remember, they got the angel mind up too. It's deactivated too. But so it's going to be activated because that's the truth going to be around them. And that truth, just like the sealed Bible was the truth for 500 years, for the last 500 years, it was hurting us. It was causing to beat ourselves. We was just self-destructive, destroying ourselves. That because sealed Bible has destroyed ourselves. In Mark, the man was beating himself in the tombs. But now you're going to have them doing the same thing because now all of a sudden, they're the devils, they're slaves, Their children are going to be slaves, our slaves forever. They're going to be humiliated, destroyed, thrown into hell. All the things they had on us now, and they're going to know it. Because they're going to see it. And they're going to be prophecy. They're going to see it in motion. That's the heart's filled with fear of those things coming upon earth. Because, the power of heaven, because their power is broken. All this power, because remember, I'm not going to go too much detail, brothers, but they got all this. But what's all this military power was based on? Oil. Come on. Power, they're broken. The pride of power is broken. Right? And what gives them the military authority to do all the stuff they're doing? Because they're chosen of God. And one of their tribes, because based on them, all the Europeans are part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Did you know that? Did you know that? They teach that. They say Europeans are all the 12 tribes of Israel. It's just the Jews are the top tribe. Did you know that? Probably didn't know that, do you? Because that's why I call them Jews, because the top tribe is Judah. It's just short for Judah. That's why I call Lamb the lion from the tribe of Judah, the top tribe, because we're the true seed of Abraham. So they say all the Europeans are chosen people. It's just those tribes rebelled. You probably didn't know that, did you? So all of a sudden, oh, no, we are. You see? What does that make them? These are mortal enemies, brothers and sisters. I guess that's it. Time is right, and the king of north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots and horsemen, with many ships. Over on the path, just going to walk right through them. I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. I think we'll have something here. Yeah, time's running out, bro. It's just that time is running out. Anything else there? Yeah, these are things you expect to happen in the next 60 days, brothers and sisters. Because the deadline is 76 years. 76 plus 6 years, which is basically 5 months, half. That'll put you, it depends on how you look at it, because May was when they was established. So it take 5 months from there, May to June, July, August, September, October. May to June, July, August, September, October, right? That means by November, they're going to be gone. And that's what this says too. That's if you calculate that. So be cleansed. So a lot of this, and right now they're telling you themselves something's going to happen immediately. It's going to be some. The next few days going to be because this. If this breaks out between Iran and this, the next 6 days is going to be hell on earth, and these are things you can expect to happen. Resurrection, right? Pharaoh can expose and depose. Beginning Armageddon, destruction of false Israel. We always see a bomb desolation going on. Right? National security alert. Economic collapse. Race war in America. That means Africans and everybody's fighting everybody. Cannibalism, there's no food. The plagues, I've talked about it before, but I've incorporated in this. Extreme weather, what you see right now. Watch the weather. I'm watching Farrakhan, but what are you going to do about it? I want to watch it. He said, oh, you watched the hurricane. Oh, yeah, what I'm doing is sit here and watch it. What do about it? He's such a goddamn lying dog, man. Locust demon war, judgment. Judgment's going on right now. Judge is present. Tribulation. This is what you expect to happen in the next 6 days, brothers and sisters. Unless I got it totally wrong. I don't think so. This is what you expect to happen. You see extreme weather all of a sudden. Right? Now they just announced that today. They think Iran just tested a nuclear device. They said they may have a nuclear weapon. Some people said they have one. They say they test some kind of nuclear device. I believe earlier today. Anyway, brothers and sisters, this is where we are. This is the reality right now. This winter. Summer's going to bring in the spring. Boom. when it would be no longer exist ever. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, brothers and sisters. Hope you understand. So anything else? Okay, yeah, let me one more thing here, brothers and sisters. All those people with Farrakhan claim they would lie, all kind of stuff, right? They're all lies. And the one thing, especially those that's representing Farrakhan, not the ones in there, the ones that represent him, the ones pushing Farrakhan, Daniel, those clowns, right? Demons, and Ishmael's not a demon, right? It's one simple question. Show me one scripture anywhere, right, that supports what you've been saying about Farrakhan, that he's the Christ, or any other attributes you associate to him, ascribe to him. Show me one scripture, just one, and you're not going to be able to, because there's none. So why are you taking all this garbage? Or show me. You can be able to. See? Welcome to popsicle land. If you know what I mean. That's what happened. It's going to be, I tell you, brothers and sisters, it's not going to be easy. It's not a joke. Not to be played with. The wrath of the Son of Man, the wrath of the Lamb, the wrath of the Master. That's nothing to play with, brothers and sisters. See? It's not directed at our people. Our people are shielded by it. They're shielded by it, comforted by it. See, I don't care. They come here, right? They've been, whatever they've been doing, eating pork, whatever they've been doing. Right? The devil's fed them pork. See? We don't care about all of that. You understand? Because we're going to clean them up. They got shit on them, not shit in them. See? So Farrakhan, you can go to hell with that bullshit about a damn tone. That's where I was initially, wasn't I? A tone. Took me that while to get back to it. A tone. A tone for what? See? Elijah Muhammad never taught that garbage. Never taught it. Tone for what? See? The devil's, this was just supposed to submit to him, so he submit to be weaker people. You're going to be doing wicked things. Right? But we know the shit would be on us. We would be thrown into a shit pool, but it'd be on us. But the shit in them, they are shit. So if you put water on us and water on them, they fade away, and we cleaned up. That's what's happening, brothers and sisters. You understand? So atonement is bullshit. We had nothing to atone for. But he's the accuser. He said, the accuser of our brethren be cast down. He's the accuser. He's the one accusing us. Not even the devils, him specifically. So the accuser of our brethren be cast down. That's part of what we want to see, brothers and sisters. And then the Ancient of Days just said, hope you understand, brothers and sisters. But yeah, Daniel and all, that's your Nuri and all those guys. Popsicles. Oh, you don't. Ooh. You have no idea what's about to happen, brothers and sisters. I'm going to leave it there. Yep. Sounds well. Okay, brothers and sisters. Future News. Suleiman out. I tell you.